Hello guys and welcome back to the Red Devil stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Well, Erik ten Hag had given his first pre-press conference. So yeah, we will talk about that. We will also talk about some of the players' departures as we have already seen in my title. So yeah, there are lots of things to get into tonight. So yeah, I guess you guys will enjoy it. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get started, man. So yeah, Erik ten Hag have given his first press match conference. I will get into that. But before getting into that, because believe me or not, that press conference will cover up a lot of our show today. So I will get into that a bit later. Before going into that, I want to cover some of the transfer news that's been coming out. And first and foremost is Pooja is saying, keep it up, Snafu. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much for supporting. So anyway, the first thing I will cover up, it's coming from Fabrizio Romano himself. He's saying that Nottingham Forest have submitted 2 bids to Manchester United. Loan deal proposal for Dean Henderson and permanent deal proposal for Anthony Elanga. We have already discussed that about Anthony Elanga in our last session, right guys? So what we have discussed on that period, we had said, we all knew that yeah, he have rejected that Everton offer due to some play style reason. As I have always also said on that particular time that yeah, if we notice the way Everton have played for the past couple of years, it is not very impressive. So it is quite natural for him to reject that offer if he can get some better offers other than Everton. And as it seems right now, he have got that. He have got an offer. We have got an offer for Anthony Elanga from Nottingham Forest. The news is that's been coming out regarding the price tag. It's around 15 million, which I must say it's quite substantial, especially if you see what Anthony Elanga have done for the past couple of years. He haven't done anything substantial, to be very honest. And as I've always said, that yeah, there is a player in him, absolutely. But for the past couple of years, we haven't, saw that player coming out of him. So yeah, if we can accumulate 15 million plus some add-ons, which would not be too great, I guess, maybe 2 or 3 million in add-ons, I guess. So yeah, if we can accumulate 15 million from by selling Anthony Elanga, that would be massive, man. But the thing is that the catch is that they are trying to take Dean Henderson on loan again. So yeah, I don't think that we will be making any kind of money from Dean Henderson, which is kind of a blow. To be very honest, it is a blow. Because the thing is that if we are evaluating Elanga and Henderson, if Elanga is 15 million, we could have at least gotten 20 to 25 million for Dean Henderson. So yeah, where there is a plus point, there is a minus point as well. So I guess we will see what happens next. As we all know that our club is looking to offload some of those players. So I guess letting him go on Nottingham Forest, if he is willing to join that club, I guess he is willing to join Nottingham Forest. So that should be a really good deal for us and for him and for Nottingham Forest as well. As you know what, they do want a proper winger. Rohit is online. He's saying 21 million for Elanga and TELLES. That's a nice chunk of money going into our budget. Hopefully Henderson, Fred and Bailey are looking nailed on leave soon also. United should have no problem getting. Man, I will get into that, Alex Telles subject as well. There are some good news coming out of that as well. But the thing is that, yeah, I guess we will not be making any money if we, let go of Henderson in a loan deal. I do not think that we will be making any money. If in case we does make some money out of it, it would be a really small amount. It wouldn't affect, as much as we have hoped that we could have gotten from Dean Henderson. So I guess, yeah, after covering his wage, maybe we can get 3-4 million out of, Nottingham Forest for letting go of Dean Henderson on a loan for a year. I guess that could happen. That may happen, as we have seen those kind of, loan deals have happened in the past with some other clubs. So yeah, that can absolutely happen. So yeah, there is another news regarding Eric Bailly as well. That is coming. This is also coming from Fabrizio Romano. He said Eric Bailly will make a decision on next club soon, as he is said to leave leave Man United in the coming weeks. Al Nassr approached him, understand that also Fulham and Al Ettifaq have also asked for conditions of the deal. So yeah, as we all know that Eric Bailly was one of that player we wanted to get rid of, we want to offload. So yeah, there is a potential interest from Al Nassr, the club who is trying to, buy Alex Telles from us. The same club is also asking for Eric Bailly as well, but that is not the only club. Fulham and Al Ettifaq from Saudi Arabia are also interested in, Eric Bailly. But I really don't think that, we would be getting any substantial amount for him. As we all know, it would be around, no matter which club is taking him, it would be around 2 to 3 million at the most. But yeah, it's better than letting him go for free, I guess. Anything is better than, letting him go for free. So yeah, I guess it could happen, it may happen. So we will see when it comes to, fruition. We will get to that. So this has been the news regarding Dean Henderson, Anthony Elanga, and Eric Bailly. And there is one other news coming from Daily Mail regarding Alex Telles, and that is Alex Telles' £4 million move from Man United to Al Nassr is back on, despite concerns it may have fallen through, as we have talked in our previous session in the afternoon. The deal had been agreed between United and the Saudi club, and Telles even posed in an Al Nassr shirt after agreeing personal terms of 7 million a year. But there was a speculation in the Middle East that Al Nassr had walked away from the deal and were looking at another left-back options. However, it's understood that Telles is still set to make a move to the Saudi Pro League, with United expecting the move to go ahead. So yeah, man, absolutely. As Rohit have said that, yeah, if we can get 19 to 20 million just by selling Elanga and Alex Telles, that would be good, man. That would be absolutely fantastic. I will say that. Because gathering 20 million by selling just 2 players, and we all know how many players we still have in our hands to let go of, we can easily accumulate the budget for Amrabat, which we all know it should be imminent. It should be, absolutely should be imminent, because if Liverpool gets rid of, Fabinho first, they will jump on that deal. Believe me or not, Liverpool will jump on that deal, and Liverpool has a really good negotiating team who, makes those deals happen really, really fast. So if we are interested in buying Amrabat, I guess this is the time to move on and, get that deal happen. I know that we will not be, proceeding for the Amrabat deal until and unless we secured Haaland. As we all know how that is going on, we still haven't put a formal bid for Haaland, but I guess 60 million pound will do that. But some Italian reports have came out, quite a while ago, a couple of hours ago, that yeah, Atlanta is quite adamant to get that 70 million pound fee. But I don't think that would be the case. Believe me, I do not think if we end up paying 70 million, we would be, overpaying by way too much, to be very honest. I do not think that would be the case. I guess it would be around 50 to 55 million upfront and 5 to 10 million in add-ons. I guess that could be the case. So yeah, we will see when it happens, guys. I will, now I will go through your comments for a while. Rohit Siddharth is saying RDB. Thanks, man. There is some tentative interest from Saudi Arabian Eric Bailly. He's been doing some training at Carrington in a bid to stay fit. Yeah, man. As I just said, that Al Ettifaq and Al Nassr both are interested in Eric Bailly, and as well as our English Premier League club Fulham is also interested in him. So I guess, this kind of interest is always, comes in favor to us. Because if only one club or no club was interested in Eric Bailly, you cannot hike the price up, even if it is for 1 million or 2 million. So yeah, as 3 clubs are interested in him, we can get the most out of it, whether it's 4 million, 5 million. Up till now, the deal was, the news that were coming around regarding Eric Bailly, it was like around 3 million. We could have accumulated 3 million. But as of now, as it stands now, as we all know that three clubs are interested in him, I guess we could get a little bit more if our negotiators work properly. So I guess that could happen, man. Hey, mate, how are you? I am absolutely fine, man. How are you? I repeat again, not worried about PSG interested in Rasmus Højlund. He's a United fan and has already agreed personal terms, so he will choose us over those Farmers League merchants. Yeah, man. I think so. And also there is a thing that, you know what, PSG's first target is, you know, Vlahovic, which they aren't getting because Juventus isn't willing to sell them to PSG. And I don't know the exact reason what's going on between them. But yeah, I do not think that, yeah, Rasmus Højlund would not go to PSG. You are absolutely right about that, man. Absolutely right. Because he has spoken publicly that he is a fan of Manchester United. And as we all know, Atlanta is quite bothered, to be very honest. There are some news coming out on regards of that as well, that yeah, Atlanta board members, Atlanta negotiators are quite bothered by how much pressure they are getting from Højlund and his agent, you know, for a move to Manchester United. He desperately wants to play for our club. So I really don't think a PSG would, you know, swoop in and get Højlund in any way or manner. I do not. I as well think that, you know, that yeah, PSG will not get a hold of Rasmus Højlund. It will not happen. Absolutely sure, man. Tanmay, hello Tanmay, thank you for joining, man. Hi Tanmay. He's saying, I think the news of PSG bidding for him may be fake. They may want to use the strategy to push Man United to pay high amount. It could be, man. But as you know, Fabrizio Romano is saying that there are some news that yeah, PSG haven't put any formal bid. They are not aggressive about Højlund. They have just made some contacts. They have asked around that how much it could be. And you know, the usual deals that happens around a player in a transfer market. That is what they have done. It's nothing fixated. It's not like the PSG is adamant to get Rasmus Højlund. It is nothing like that. So yeah, I guess we are in a pretty safe position when it comes to Rasmus Højlund deal. But when it comes to that Amrabat deal, man, I can't say that for sure. Because I do not trust Liverpool at all. They can make deals happen really, really fast. As I have noticed for the past more than a couple of years, I have been noticing them that yeah, they do their deals, man, very swiftly. They go in, they secure the player, and you know, maybe within a 3 or 4 day duration, the player sign for them. And that is so impressive. I wish our club was that, you know, that fast when it comes to the transfer market, that fluid when it comes to the transfer market. But unfortunately, we all know how our club works, how our negotiator works. So I guess we will make that deal happen, the Rasmus Højlund deal happen, but it will take at least, I guess, 7 to 10 days. And in our club's perspective, if you see, I guess 7 to 10 days is quite good. Because we have spent weeks and weeks for signing Mount and Onana. So if we can secure that Højlund deal within 10 days, it will be an improvement, I guess so. Rohit is saying, Man United fans ought to be worried. Anything can happen when it comes to a transfer activities on players. A compromise on personal terms with a player in nothing, a player can easily change his mind when it comes to personal terms. If the guy realizes that PSG offers him substantial wages that is far higher than Man United wages, such wages can easily change his mind by signing for PSG. Yeah, man. See, the thing is that I wish the player joined Man United too. Yeah, man. See, the thing is that it can happen, but I really don't. Especially if it was some other player, it could have happened. But as it is for Rasmus Højlund, it is quite unlikely to happen that way. Because see, the thing is that he have already commented on many media outlets that he really wants to play for Manchester United. He have a childhood dream. He's a fan of Manchester United. So after telling all those stuff, yeah, we have seen previously that maybe some players have changed their mind after, you know, telling all those stuff. But I do not think that would be the case for Rasmus Højlund. As I have just said, he and his agents both are pressing Atlanta really, really hard so that, you know, they let him go. And yeah, they have had their first preseason match, Atlanta, and Rasmus Højlund has secured a goal over there as well, which is quite a positive news, I must say. And I will get into our Eric Ten Hag's first, you know, pre-match conference. I will get into that. There are a lot of things to talk about. So yeah, man. So anyway, I will get into your comment. Gurpreet is saying, same thing about Qatar will take over United. Yeah, man. But Kim also agreed personal terms and moved to Bayern. Yeah, man. It's not about it's not all about the personal terms. It's about the motivation the way he is motivated right now to join Manchester United. We as Manchester United fans, at least myself, is counting on that man, because I do not have any confidence in our negotiators. Believe me or not, I do not have any confidence in them. But as we all know, that Eric Ten Hag has had a talk with Rasmus Højlund earlier this year. Around January or February, they had a video call. Eric Ten Hag had a video call with Rasmus Højlund on that period of time, as we were looking to loan him out, which wasn't possible. Atlanta didn't allow that to happen. But yeah, going in for him right now, it makes sense for us as well, because as we all know, we are not going for a striker like Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen or someone like that. So yeah, I do not think that that Rasmus Højlund deal will get snatched by PSG. It's really highly unlikely, to be very honest, guys. What about case of Kim Min-jae? I'm seeing it repeating itself, man. I do hope it is not the case. Believe me, I do hope. Actually, Bayern Munich was live today on their social media platforms. They revealed Kim Min-jae and all that stuff, and I was so angry. I was so angry on that, because it could have been us. We could have seen Kim Min-jae in the red shirt. Bayern has a red shirt as well, but our red is always good. So yeah, I was pretty, I was feeling a bit envious, to be very honest, because they got a major deal, man. A player like Kim Min-jae, we should have secured that deal. But what can you say? What is done, it's done, man. We can't go out and change that. So anyway, I do hope that it will not be the case when it comes to our Rasmus Højlund deals. Yeah, man. United will not pay over the odds anymore, and why should we? Said Justin. Yeah, man. I do not think that we will pay that stupid amount of money, which we have just heard, earlier today, coming from Gasparini, that yeah, it should be around 70, 80, 90, or maybe even 100 million for Rasmus Højlund. That is absolutely not going to happen. If that is the case, if that is really the case, if Atlanta is really thick, that much on their head, I guess we will move on, and maybe we will move on to a player like Kolo Muani. As we all know, we are still linked with him, not as heavily as Rasmus Højlund, but we are still linked with him. We still have are having some talks about him as well. It's still happening, but it's nothing concrete, to be very honest. The only deal Manchester United is concentrating on right now is the Rasmus Højlund deal, as some of the British media outlets are predicting that we may see Rasmus Højlund on our US tour as well, which I do not think will absolutely happen. I do not think that if that happens, I will be full of joy about that. But if you ask me, if I'm being honest, I do not think that Rasmus Højlund deal will be that imminent that he will be able to join in our US tour. I do not think that could be the case, man. Anurag, that's what's happening nowadays. Personal terms first, then fees. Yeah, man, absolutely. This is how any deals goes, actually. Farmers League merchants that are more serious in negotiations, they play Shiva and say, yeah, man. See, the thing is that they have the money. Every other club, the difference between Manchester United and every other big club, I have discussed this particular situation, in my earlier sessions, that when it comes to clubs like Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, maybe Chelsea, Liverpool, their first priority is the footballing sense of the club. Their first priority is the footballing sense of the club. But when it comes to Manchester United, we always secure the business aspect first, then we go out and secure our footballing purpose. That is the main difference, man. Their clubs are not driven by some money mongering, people, which our club is. We all know who is our owner, how Glazers work, how they have been running the club for the past 18 years. This is not a surprise to us. And yeah, as I've always said, any shitty situations, no matter what, any shitty situations regarding our club Manchester United, it always comes down to the Glazers, man. It always comes down to the Glazers, where whatever the reason may be, whatever we are going through, whatever bad is happening to our club, I'm pretty sure if you dissect that, it will always come to the Glazers. So yeah, man, what can you do? If they sell the club, we may see a good future for our club, but Unless they do that, I am not seeing any, no, I'm seeing no light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, man. Shubhajit is saying hi Shubhajit, thank you for joining, man. But they can inflate the price. Manchester City did Arsenal same over rise, and they are used to that. Yeah, it can happen, but as I just said, the PSG is not that adamant to buy Rasmus Højlund as it stands now. It can change. I'm not saying that it has no probability of changing that situation. No, absolutely not. But even I do not think that PSG will go out and pay more than 70 million for Rasmus Højlund. Even if they get adamant, I guess even they will stick to their ground as well. As we all know, there will be some, believe me or not, in PSG, there will be some substantial structure change as they have appointed a serious manager. Enrique is a serious manager, man. So yeah, he have some visions he would want to imply on that club, and going out and paying 100 million or 90 million for a 20-year-old guy who haven't proven himself yet is not a way to do that. So I guess, yeah, PSG, even if PSG gets interested, they would, stick to that price range as well, what Manchester United is offering. So yeah, I guess that could happen, but I do hope that we secure that Rasmus Højlund deal before all that could happen. So yeah, man, we will see. Anyway, I will now get into Erik ten Hag's first, pre-match conference. So the first thing I will talk about is the striker situation he was asked about. So he replied, "We will do everything in our power to get the right man in. We know our targets. We will put the effort in to get things done." See, the thing is that when he was asked about the striker situation, he said that, and if you notice properly, he said, "We know our targets." So yeah, there are multiple targets. It's not Rasmus Højlund only. As I've just said, we are still linked with that Colomwani deal. It's nothing imminent, it's nothing concrete, but we are still linked with it. If Frankfurt have said that officially, the only club they are worrying about that can snatch Colomwani from them is Manchester United. So yeah, we are linked with him as well, but I do not see that deal happening if we can get, if we can secure that Rasmus Højlund deal. So yeah, we have some other options other than Rasmus Højlund, I'm pretty sure of that, but our first priority is him. So yeah, he has said that we will do everything in our power to get the right man in. We know our targets, we will put the effort into get things done. And there was another question regarding the striker situation, and that it is a very important part. He was asked that one striker position, that even if we get Rasmus Højlund, potentially we will be having only one striker. Because if Erik ten Hag chooses Rashford as number 9, he is still not a striker. He is still a left winger who will be playing that number 9 position, which is not good at all. And we cannot trust on Anthony Martial's fitness. So yeah, potentially we will only have one striker. So on that question, he answered, "Look, last season proved we can be successful with what we had. We have to expect more next season, and we have to expect more in relation to goals across the team." So the thing is that he knows. See, the thing is that our manager is really clever. Erik ten Hag is a fucking genius. He knows what the situation is. He cannot just come out and say, "Yeah, we have got a shitty owners, we have got a shitty negotiator team, so we are not able to sign players." Obviously, he will not say that. He will absolutely not say that. So what he have said that, yeah, we have achieved some great things last year. Despite our shortcomings, we have achieved a trophy. We have, competed with Manchester City on the FA Cup final stage. We secured the Champions League spot. We finished third. We was able to accumulate 75 points in the Premier League. So yeah, all of those are plus points. All of those are positive points, which we have achieved despite all of our shortcomings, especially in the forward area. So what he is saying right now, yeah, even if we sign a player in that position, it will not, solve the problem entirely. So we will have that problem. So the solution to that problem is to, score goals, getting goals from every other position, but not only the striker. So yeah, he is expecting some goals from our wingers, maybe some of our midfielders such as Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount. We all know they have some really good abilities of scoring goals. Even players like Casemiro, Varane, who have that aerial advantage when it comes to corners or some free kick set pieces, I guess that can happen, and yeah, that should happen actually. No, no good club should rely on just their striker for scoring goals. Obviously, striker is much needed, as we have seen in our preseason match as well. That for all the two matches we have played up till now, that Lyon and Leeds match, the first half was the most experienced team we had, but we still couldn't manage to find a goal. It's only because we didn't have a striker over there. We didn't have a proper striker over there. And in the second half, even though our academy players played mostly on those second halves of those two matches, we still was able to find the back of the net. It's only because we had a striker. As I've already discussed about that a striker means a lot of things. It's not that he is only there to score goal. No, he takes runs, he attracts defenders toward him, he always attracts crosses towards him. So that gives you a higher probability of getting a goal. So yeah, if you have not a striker, the chances gets really low drastically. But even though if it happens, he still expects all of our players to perform greatly so that from every other position of our field, we can find goals. So yeah, man, that is essentially what he said. So yeah, he was also asked about, Harry Maguire and Andre Onana as well. Regarding Harry Maguire, he said, we respect Harry Maguire. He is very important for this squad, for this team. And in his role as centre back, we have 4 centre backs. I talked about consistency. We know we can't do it with 11 players. And so I'm happy we have 4 very good centre backs. This is the same thing, man. He just cannot come out and say that, yeah, we do not want Harry Maguire. When I stripped him of his captaincy, I also said that, yeah, you can leave because you are not in my plan. Even if he had said that, he can't admit it on press conference. So yeah, pretty sure he is getting diplomatic over here, absolutely sure. Because believe me or not, the statement I will read out regarding David De Gea, what he has said, it will contradict this very statement. So yeah, when he said all those things about Harry Maguire, I'm pretty sure he was being only diplomatic, guys. Anyway, I will go through a bit from your comment. Raul is saying, but we must show seriousness, at least offer 55 plus 5 million to secure the deal fast. I guess that would be our offer, man. I guess whether it's 55 plus 5 or it can be 50 plus 10. I guess that is the range we and the Atlanta negotiators are talking about. Ritesh is saying, I don't care how much PSG throw about, who in their right mind would want to play in that boring, mundane cakewalk of a league. Those who go there don't have football at the top of their minds. Absolutely, man. At the prime of their career, who would want to go out and play for a French team? Nobody wants to do that, whether it's PSG or Lille or Nice or some other club. It doesn't matter. No one should be going for that kind of league, especially when they have clubs such as Manchester United. So yeah, man, absolutely right, Ritesh. Haaland versus Haaland. Interesting, yeah, man. Those two giants will rule the Premier League. I hope so, man. Especially when it comes to Haaland, I do hope so. If Haaland gets, I don't think that Haaland will get flopped in any, near future. But still, I would hope so, man. I will always hope that Haaland gets flopped because he is a Man City player. I do not want anything good about him. But yeah, when it comes to Haaland, that we will hope that he does absolutely brilliantly and he prove us all wrong. That constructive doubt we have, it's not like that we have our doubt out of thin air. It is not like that. The doubt we have regarding Haaland, it's quite constructive. There are reasons to put those doubts in. So I guess if he proves us wrong, I will be absolutely delighted, man. Absolutely delighted. Shondipan is saying, don't forget the Kim Min-jae story. Don't remind me that, man. Don't remind me that. I was already sad when in the evening I saw that they were not uncovering per se. He was wearing clothes. But yeah, they uncovered Kim Min-jae as their player. So yeah, man, I was getting a bit envious at that time. Devoshi is saying that Onana story, if Man United can't match his 70 million clause, Atlanta will sell him to PSG if they pay the money. They did it to Chelsea for Ugarte. That can happen, man. But even believe me or not, whatever the news that's been coming out regarding the price tag of Haaland, I still think that those stories are kind of fake. As I have said, you cannot trust every Italian every Italian reporters. You cannot just trust all of them. So yeah, some of them, gets driven by the club's motive. Some of them gets driven by the players' agents' motive. So yeah, you can't get into that. But the deal that we are talking about right now, what should I say? The credible journalists who are covering that subject are saying that the deal may get done within 50 to 60 million, and we are willing to pay that. So I guess Haaland going to PSG have a really thin chance of that happening, man. But we can't pay what Atlanta is asking for because of financial fair play. Financial fair play is bullshit, man. Financial fair play is, I'm not saying that there is no such thing as financial fair play. I'm not saying that. But if we break that rule, the fine we will get, it's nothing regarding what Manchester United makes every year. So yeah, it does not matter, man. Financial fair play is Glazers' play. It is nothing to worry about. Believe me, there are other clubs out there who are even more messed up than we are when it comes to financial fair play, and they are not giving a single fucking shit about that. So why should we? Rian is saying hi, bro. Hi, Rian. Thank you for joining, man. No, don't be sorry, man. Don't be sorry. It's okay. Only problem that we have is that the farmers what will pay that 70 or 80 million that we don't have. As I said, man, I do not think that would be the case even it comes to PSG, because yeah, they are in the Farmers League. I put them in that stature as well. But as they have signed, Enrique, I guess for the past 10 years, that is their first fruitful decision. If they get flops, even after appointing Enrique, I do not think that PSG will ever shine again. So yeah, man. Anything can happen in the world. Who knew Mount was gonna join United? Yeah. Absolutely right, man. But I do hope in this particular matter of Haaland, we do secure him in time. So anyway, I will jump into that press conference again. When he was asked about David De Gea, he said that you know what? He played really well. He gave us a lot. He played over 500 matches. He played for 12 years. He has given 12 years. He is the legend of the club. But there is a time when everyone has to leave the club. He has said that about David De Gea, and we have seen that how ruthless he was when it came to Ronaldo, how ruthless he was when it came to David De Gea. And after all those incidents, Eric Ten Hag really wants us to believe that he wasn't that ruthless with Harry Maguire. That he wants him as his fourth choice centre back, which he clearly didn't want. You will see how he is contradicting himself, especially on that subject. If he really thinks, regarding Harry Maguire, that he is his fourth choice centre back, so why haven't we seen him when Martinez and Varane were injured? Why Lindelof and Luke Shaw are playing as the two centre backs? So obviously he is lying. And I get that why he is lying. As I have just said, he cannot come out and say, I don't want Harry Maguire in my plan, because you know what that will do? That will do no good to us. That will do absolutely no good to us. It will only harm us, because other teams will get aware that we are desperate to sell him. And one other thing, Harry Maguire can get stubborn, and he can stay just to prove Eric Ten Hag wrong, or just out of vengeance. I guess he can do that. So he just do not want those things to happen. So the things he is saying about Harry Maguire, we all know he's just being he's just being a bit political, I guess, about that particular subject. I guess that it is what it is, man. There is nothing to read other than this particular agenda. I absolutely do not think that he wants Maguire in this club. Because if he wanted Maguire in his club, why would he strip his captaincy armband, man? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, when he comes out and says those things, it's only because he can't speak out the truth. As it's the same case when it comes to the Glazers. So anyway, Eric Ten Hag on Andre Onana, he had a lot of things to say. It's a bit large, I must say. He said, most important always for a keeper is clean sheets, and he is not doing that on his own. Therefore, you need a very good defensive organization. It's quite clear, but also the capabilities of a keeper is about keeping the goal clean. So this is the first criteria of a good goalkeeper. But nowadays, football also demands good playing from the back, outplaying qualities, and that is a quality Andre has. You need both, and you need to cover both areas. So yeah, we are very happy, of course. I think with his physical presence and also with his personality, he is so keen on winning. He is so eager to win trophies, and he will help the team and he will help the squad to get to higher levels. That is such wonderful words coming out of our manager, man. I must say that. And yeah, I absolutely back him with this statement, regarding Andre Onana. That is absolutely brilliant to hear such kind words coming from our manager regarding our new goalkeeper. I am so excited. There are some news coming out that we can see Andre Onana in that Arsenal match tomorrow. Man, I am just so excited. When will that time come? I am just countdowning on it, because believe me or not, there was also a question regarding the friendlies. The question was, how does he take friendlies? The answer was short, but it was on point. He said, we don't play friendlies, we play to win. Kudos to Eric Ten Hag, man, because believe me or not, the match we will play tomorrow, no one will want to lose that match. We do not care whether it's friendly. Even Arsenal do not care whether it's friendly. Arsenal will want to win that match. Manchester United want to, will want to win that match. So yeah, both of the team would want to win that match. It doesn't matter if it's friendly or not. We will want to win. Both of the club would want to win that match. So we will see a fierce competition, and I am so excited about that, man. I can't express in words right now. We will have our, post-match reaction. I guess we wouldn't be having that, I guess we will have our post-match reaction on Arsenal, I guess, the day after tomorrow on that 4 p.m. show, because tomorrow's match will be, in the midnight 2:30. So we will not be able to do a live session on that period of time. But yeah, I will do the reaction on the, on the next show we will have. So yeah, that is what he has said, in his press conferences. I guess I'm missing something. No, I guess this is it, man. This is it. So I will go through your, questions now. Siddharth is saying, I doubt we can compete with PSG. See, the thing is that, Siddharth, as it stands right now, we are not competing with anyone when it comes to that Rasmus Hojlund deal, to be very honest, man. What will you be saying? Kim Min Jae-young, if that's the name, then we all know that he agreed on personal terms with United. Then Bayern came in because they wanted the player, while United wanted to play hide and seek. Napoli wanted only 50 million, they failed. Now Bayern are smiling and the player is happy. Yeah, man, yeah. I know that has happened, man. But the thing is that it wasn't like that Kim Min Jae was really adamant to join Manchester United, which is the case when it comes to that Rasmus Hojlund deal. That is a potential difference, man. Honestly, don't care if he goes to PSG. Otherwise, we are relying on a 20-year-old striker who scored 9 goals last season. See, man, I know we have had our doubts. As I've just said, the doubts are quite well constructive. It is not like that we are doubting him just like that, just to have some fun, just to banter the player. It's nothing like that. The doubt we have, it's quite constructive. But I do hope, he proves us wrong, because we have to trust our manager. We need to rely on our manager. Our manager is really, really good. We at least know that. So when he is relying on Hojlund, I do hope that, there is a player in him. And we will see that come out in our club. Adam is saying, hi everyone. Hi Adam. Thank you for joining, man. It's time to beat though. Time running out. Time running out. Why is PSG targeting our target anyways? I don't know, man. I guess they want the striker as well. Their primary target is not Haaland, as I am saying so many times. Their primary target is Vlahovic, which they are not getting. So they have been, gotten in with some links regarding Haaland, but there is nothing, adamant or maybe something emergency about that. They haven't showed any real concrete desire to sign Haaland. They have just asked around him. So yeah, man. Osman is saying, oh yes, I believe in Eric Ten Hag. I do too, man. I do too. Rohit is saying, PSG want to do what Bayern Munich did to us. I do hope not, man. I do hope not that would be the case. Because see, the thing is that the news that's been coming out that Haaland and his agent are pressuring the club to let him go to Manchester United, not PSG. So that is giving me a little bit of faith when it comes to this deal. Who will be saying, I'm seeing something United fans. I believe Qatar has a running underground in our transfers, and who knows, maybe when the season starts, the handover would carry on. Remember, when news came out saying if the takeover goes on, then it would take on 6 weeks before we commence on transfers. Who knows, maybe Qatar purposely let it go down this long, so when we are done with transfers, then they buy the club. I'm just thinking out loud. It can happen, man. Regarding the sale, anything and everything is possible. Regarding the sale of our club, literally anything and everything is possible as it stands right now. There were some news came out earlier yesterday, I guess, or yesterday night, I guess, that happened. That's there, as we all know, that 69% of the club is owned by the Glazers, and the rest 31% of the club is owned by some shareholders, numerous shareholders. So, so from that numerous shareholders, one of them who own 5% of Manchester United, I'm forgetting the company's name. I'm sorry for that. Their CEO came out and tweeted that yeah, if that happens, if the sale happens, and they choose Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they will face a huge outlash, maybe some some legal activities, some legal action taking. We can see that some legal actions taken against the Glazers because they are leaving out the shareholders portion just to be left out. Because if Manchester United is getting a sale, if Sheikh Jassim gets a hold of the club, the shareholders will also get a payoff, which they want, which they need, which is maybe the first reason they buy those shares. So when Manchester United can get sold, they can have a payout. So if Glazers choose Sir Jim Ratcliffe, that is not going to happen, and that will be an issue that will be created by the shareholders. So yeah, anything and everything can happen, man. As I've said, that 6 billion is the magic number, which no bidders have, haven't hit yet. So I guess it can happen. It may happen. We will see that, man. I don't like this in the first place. I would rather pay 80 on Ramos or Vlahovic. I still wondering why we are wasting time on this guy. See, the thing is that, man, for Ramos, it's 100 million. For Vlahovic, it's 80 million. Yeah, I know that. I see that. I see your point. Believe me, man, I feel you. But the thing is that, as I said so many times, that Eric Ten Hag wants Haaland. That is the difference why we are not going for players like, Vlahovic or, what you have just said, sorry, Ramos. So that is the main reason we are not, getting linked with those other players. As I have just said, that Eric Ten Hag has mentioned players. He has said that in a plural form that yeah, we are looking for players. So obviously, Haaland is not the only one we are linked with, but Haaland is the one we are pursuing right now. If that deal, if that deal fails at any point, I'm pretty sure we will go out and buy some other striker, man. That is a must. Dusan Vlahovic, Rasmus Hojlund, Gonzalo Ramos, these are the only 3 options we have on the market. Yeah, man. Yeah, obviously. There are not many options because we have a tight budget. We cannot go for Harry Kane. We cannot go for Victor Osimhen. So yeah, those are a few offers, few options we have right now. Just give the ball what he wants. One other ball out there in Manchester is getting everything what he wants, man. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget there is one other ball in Manchester City who is getting everything, who has got everything for the past 7-8 years he has been for their club. and he has got everything he have asked for. So yeah, and I've said, man, after the season Erik ten Hag had, he deserved everything he wanted, which he didn't got, which he absolutely didn't get, man. So yeah, it's shambolic. It's obviously, I don't know, ridiculous, man. Vidyaprati saying my manager. Yes, man. Yes, absolutely, man. Stevie saying Arsenal will explain to Man United why they choose football over farming full time. Man United 8, Arsenal 0. If that happens, man, oh man, that would be so cool. And as you know, Liverpool have won their trophy last year. That 7-0 cup they have won. That is the only trophy they have won last year. I guess that 7-0 trophy they have won against us. And I hope that we will be winning an 8-0 trophy against Arsenal if we do that tomorrow, man. Prosenjit is saying TELLES, ELANGA, Bailey, Henderson, Fred, Van de Beek and McTominay should give us 100 million minimum. Absolutely, man. I have said this particular sentence, I have lost count how many times I have said that. But as we all know, our team is moving really, really slowly towards that. So I will, I guess we will see when it happens. When as we are already seeing players like TELLES, players like Bailey, players like ELANGA, players like Henderson are already moving out of the club. So the rest, like players like, Harry Maguire, McTominay, Van de Beek, even Anthony Martial. I don't know that if we can get rid of Anthony Martial, but those other 3 players, I think we should let them go as well. I don't know what will happen, but if we are able to find a solution for them, that would be really huge for us, man. Selling Mount and Howard gave Chelsea 105 million. Man United is full of flops who don't have market value. Exactly, man. It is not only that they do not have market value. Obviously, that is a reason. And the other reason as well, they are on stupid wage structure. Can you imagine Rasmus Højlund on Atlanta is getting paid 10k a week. And in our club, a player like Brandon Williams is getting paid 50k a week. That is the difference. We pay stupid money to stupid players. And that is why when it comes to getting offloading of those players, we face so much struggles. We face so many obstacles to let them go because no club will be willing to pay those stupid wages. And that is, I must say, we have improved on that a bit. We have definitely improved on that a bit when it comes to that, Onana deal. And if we can secure Højlund, he will only be around 80k to 90k, which is okay, which is good. I can get on with that. It's not like we will be paying 200k a week to Højlund. It's not like that we will be paying 300k a week to, Andre Onana. So yeah, that is good. But also, while we are making this kind of wage structure, we are also offering Rashford at 325k a week. I don't know what to make of it, man. You guys tell me. Just make it 149. ELANGA has already produced 15 million. Yeah, man. Yeah. Anthony ELANGA to Nottingham Forest will be completed by the end of the week. Permanent transfer verbally agreed. Fee close to 15 million to Man United. Green light also from the player. Yeah, man. Here we go. Forest keep pushing for Dean Henderson and sign Ola Aina. Yeah. They have got it for free, I guess, that guy. Hope we sign a striker by next week too. Yeah, man. I guess we should secure the Højlund deal within 7 to 10 days. Within 7 to 10 days at max. At max, we should spend 7 to 10 days to secure the Højlund deal. The information I have is Højlund really wants United. Obviously, man, that is the only thing, I am basing my logic into that, yeah, PSG will not be able to get Højlund because he and his agents is pushing the club for letting him go, but they are quite specific about that they want to join Manchester United. So that is a hope for us. Shivan is saying, hey Shivan, thank you for joining, man. Thank you so much. Woodbridge, we already lost Kim to Bayern. He already wanted to come too, so you all don't be surprised if Rasmus goes to PSG. Hope that does not happen, man. But PSG is hijacking him away. Please guys, please be a bit positive, man. You guys are, putting me on a tense situation. Do not let me worry, man. He will be forever in our hearts. Which player made you love football? A lot of them, man. A lot of players, made me fall in love in football. Players like Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, players like Cristiano Ronaldo, players like Wayne Rooney, Players like Henderson, players like Vidic, Ferdinand, a lot of players, man, a lot of players. Even some other clubs player, I always liked Lampard. I have always liked Drogba. I always respected them at the very least. I have always respected them. Steven Gerrard. There are so many players. So many. I can name them all night long. How many players I got influenced by, and those were some fantastic times. I will always say that. See, the thing is that if anyone asks me what was my most enjoyable time regarding football, it was my childhood era, man. I was so, there was no tension. I was not worried about that. We were under Sir Alex, and that was a golden time, man. That was a golden time. I was a fan of Manchester United from 2006, so you can see that how that I have joined, and I have started supporting the club on that particular era that was flourishing at its best. And when I get to know about the history of the club, I was fully sold then and there that this is the club I want to support till my death, man. Till death do us part. I will always be a Manchester United fan, obviously, man. Just want to know Red Devil. Yeah, obviously, man. I hope I have answered you, man. Bukayo Saka versus Marcus Rashford friendly match. Who can win? Both of the players are talented. Rashford is talented as well as Saka is talented as well. I like that guy. I like Saka. I like his gameplay. I like his style, the way he plays. Both are brilliant players, man. Casemiro is badly overweight. He doesn't deserve starting spot. He's very far from his physique from last year. This time, it's clear players lose hunger for success when they come to this club. They just come for high salary. Man. Let's not jump into any confusion. I will say that I do not want to body shame any players out there, whether it's our player or some other club's player. I do not want to body shame them. But if you say we all have noticed that, but let's not jump to any conclusion that he will play badly. I guess they do not need a lot of time to get in shape, as we have some days still left, till our first Premier League match. It's still, I guess, 20-25 days away. So yeah, he can get in shape in the meantime, man. I hope so. I have every reliability when it comes to Casemiro, man. He's a legend of football. He's a legend of the game. Sancho a minus. We need a striker and a midfielder, obviously, man. Steve is saying not happening. That team will be mixed with youth, both halves, Bruno, and the rest are playing second half. Yeah. I guess that will happen, and that will also be the case from Arsenal as well. I guess we will see, both of the team giving their youth a chance in the second half. So I guess the main gameplay will be on the first half. So yeah, man. We still need reinforcement judging by who are left on the bench. Obviously, man, as I have said, we have a winning team but not a winning squad. I hope Anthony and Sancho could develop. To be honest, then we would have a proper team. Obviously, man. Obviously, we need Anthony to perform. We need Anthony to perform way better than what he did in the last season. I'm not criticizing him. It was his first season with us. It was his first season on Premier League. So I am hoping we will see a massive outcome from Anthony. I will be expecting a massive outcome from him. Ritubruto is saying it won't be Man United starting 11 for the new season. There will be a new face for that top 9 role. Yeah, I guess, man. Hoyland would have joined, don't worry. Imagine if Hoyland joins personally. Shondipan is saying, imagine if Hoyland joins. Not imagine, man. I guess Hoyland will join. Not in the US tour. I do not think that will happen. But I think, he will join us at the very least. Personally, I think Tom will start the first half. It can happen, man. But the news are coming out that Aljonana has already have his first training session. So I don't see why he will not be the first goalkeeper. It can happen, but yeah, as you have just said, we can see Tom Heaton or maybe Dean Henderson starting the match as well. Against Arsenal, not sure opening match, no doubt. Yeah, man. Ritubruti Singh, Onana, Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, Varane, Hurado, Martinez, Fish, Shaw, Alvaro, Casemiro, Hannibal, Mount, Eriksen, Fernandes, Mainu, Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, Pelistri, Sancho, Ahmad. Yeah, that could be the squad, man. Give us their position, please. Adam is saying. sorry, give us their position, please. Whose position you are asking for, Adam? Sorry, I didn't get you. Could win the Champions League. I should not, laugh like that. But I do not see winning a Champions League or, even winning the league in the next year, to be very honest. It hurts me to say that. Definitely it hurts me to say that. But to be very honest, if I'm being practical, obviously I want to win all of those trophies. I want Manchester United to win all of those trophies. But if I'm being practical, I do not think it, this year would be the year we would be winning our Champions League or Premier League trophy. If it happens, man, we will celebrate it like never before. But yeah, let's see what happens. If we get Haaland, Amrabat and Kane along with Mount and Onana, that would be a fantastic transfer window. Obviously, man, if we needed 2 strikers, obviously we still need 2 strikers. Haaland will only be a kind of, I don't know, he's a kind of, what should I say, substitute position. I mean, he is not ready to be playing first team in Premier League, in my honest opinion. In my honest opinion, he should not getting the start from the very first match. He should not be getting those start. But as we all know, we have only 1 striker. As of now, we have only Martial, which we can't rely on because he is always injured. But yeah, when it comes to Haaland, I guess we will see him getting the start. But I don't think he will be ready for that. I really don't. It is actually unfair to him as well. Tanmay is saying now sell ELANGA, 15 million Fred, 20 million Henderson, 20 million TELLES. Man, Henderson is not getting sold as of now. As it stands now, as I said in the first part of this video, that Nottingham Forest has put in a bid for Anthony ELANGA, but now they want Dean Henderson on a loan. So yeah, man. Siddharth is saying, in the event of ELANGA's departure, Man United will have no otherwise than to reinstate Greenwood back into the team unless it is politics or racism against him. Man, I don't think it's politics or racism. Eric Ten Hag has also been asked about Greenwood as well, and he said it's a club decision. Let's see what happens. That's all he had to say about Mason Greenwood. And it is what it is, man. If you ask my opinion, it is my opinion. It is only my opinion that I do not think that we will see Greenwood in this, in this season. I really do not think. I think eventually we will see that him going out on a loan. I guess that could happen. If it's not the case, if our club decides to let him play this season in our club, that could happen as well. But if you ask me, I do not see that happening. I guess, yeah, we will loan him out, man. How is no one going for Jonathan David of Lille? He has been consistently among top goal scorers in League One for the past 2-3 years. Still only 24 years old. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe there is some reason. Why no club is going for him. As we have said, it's on League One. It's a huge difference when it comes to League One and English Premier League. It's not like that. Believe me or not. After English Premier League, it's obviously Serie A and La Liga. It's not Serie A and La Liga is not as bad as League One. So yeah, scoring 20-30 goals on League One is not the same thing, scoring 20-30 goals on La Liga or Serie A, and definitely not the same thing when it comes to English Premier League, man. So I guess that could be the case. I'm not dismissing the idea or saying that Jonathan David is a bad player or something like that. Absolutely not. If he's scoring that much goal, means he has some potential in him, obviously. But maybe there is a reason why no other club is going for him. I guess there must be some reason, right? For 60 million, no what it is. We should rather splash the cash on Kolomwani or Osimhen. I hope so, man, but yeah, that is not the case. Shanton is saying, but United love delaying deal. Absolutely, man. As I've said, there are some information came out and I wasn't aware of that, and I have covered that in my previous session yesterday, that yeah, when it comes to decision making, time, Manchester United have to go through all the Glazers before making a deal, whether it's about selling a player or whether it's about buying a player. We need green signal from all those 6 Glazers before we can move on to some deal. Rishabh is saying, hey Hardy, hey Rishabh, thank you, man, for joining. PSG can have him, let's go for another better player. He only scored 9 out of 32 matches. That's so poor compared to their asking price. Absolutely, man. As I have said, how many times I have said that he is not a finished article. He have a lot of rough edges which needs smoothening, which needs nurturing. He needs proper guidance. He needed to be under a player like Harry Kane or maybe Victor Osimhen, which he probably wouldn't be because he would be starting for us. So that is quite worrisome, man. If you ask me, that is quite worrisome. Jaffrey is saying, and what are they waiting for? Always bid for Hoyland, and they are not submitting yet with Murtagh. Ain't seeing glory days back yet, unless they first relieve Murtagh and appoint another serious sporting director. Casemiro on his summer break. Yeah, Justin, you're right, man, you are right. As I've said, John Murtagh, British media are like, they are so amazed. Their minds are just blown, man, by how good is Murtagh. The deal he have done with Mount, the deal he have done with Andre Onana, I mean, no other person in this entire fucking world would be able to do that. That is the way they are representing Murtagh, not me, man. So yeah, I don't know. As I said, British media is smoking something. They are high on something, man, or it's just lazy journalism. That's it. Casemiro on his summer break. What do you think about this, RDB? Your favorite player? As I have said, man, I will not body shame him, but yeah, I have noticed that as well, that he have gained some weight, I guess. But as I have said, man, it's 20-25 days and he is a legend of, of football. I guess, your Red Devil bro will not be wrong about Casemiro. I hope so, man. I really hope so. I think, yeah, he will get into shape in time, man. Exactly, Ditto, exactly. Shondipan, what about Maguire? He should also leave, and if he's not leaving, he should rot on the bench. That will be the case, believe me. If he does not chooses to leave, to move on right now, his career will be on jeopardy, man. He will not get that spot on English international team for 2024 Euro. He will be the one killing that spot himself by choosing to stay at Manchester United, if he chooses to stay at Manchester United at the end of the transfer market. So yeah, man. But are you really okay with the defense options? Martinez, Varane, Lindelof and Maguire and maybe Evans. Can Sancho and Anthony turns think around this time? It really depends on these attacking options, especially wide men. See, man, that was the argument I was having with Ashley. That was the argument I was having with Ashley, that we need another centre back. Johnny Evans is not a solution. I will always like Johnny Evans. He was a red. Once a red, always a red in my mind. So yeah, I will never, disrespect him or say that he's a bad player. But if you honestly ask me, Harry Maguire is better than Johnny Evans, I guess. But potentially, I guess Harry Maguire can play better on certain matches than Johnny Evans. So yeah, if you ask me, it is not enough. It is ridiculous. I like him on the red shirt again. But if you say that yeah, he will be our defender signing of this year, it would be absolutely ridiculous, man, because we were targeting a player like Kim Min-jae. And from Kim Min-jae, we dropped down to Johnny Evans. And this gap tells you the story. This gap tells you how Manchester United is being run for the past 18 years. And that's I have been talking about with Ashley that day, that Glazers play with our mind. They manipulate us. Every day they manipulate us. Sometimes we can notice that, sometimes they get unnoticed. And that's the difference, man. That's it. But we get manipulated by the Glazers each and every day. Fred is not leaving, please. Van de Beek should leave rather. I guess Fred and Van de Beek both will leave, man. I do hope so. Rohit is saying, I love Sheikh Jazim, I love Sheikh Jazim, I love Sheikh Jazim. Okay, bro. We all love Sheikh Jazim, man. This should be, I should rename my channel and say, the Sheikh Jazim stand. I guess we should rename to that. McTominay and Maguire might end up not leaving the club this summer. It can happen, and that just bothers me, man. That is ridiculous if that happens. I genuinely hope Van de Beek doesn't leave. He has so much to offer. See, Shondipan, if you ask me, I like Van de Beek. I was so excited about Van de Beek. I was so excited when we signed him. But after that, it's all downhill. I am absolutely not saying that Van de Beek does not have a potential. He absolutely have a potential to be one of the great players. But the thing is that in our squad right now, the midfield we have and the position he plays, we have a lot of player on that position. If he can manage to get something out of it, it would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to see him, in our red shirt and playing brilliantly. If that happens, if that is the case, we will see, man, when it happens. Stevie saying Henderson will be on loan. Yeah, man. As it stands right now, Nottingham Forest is wanting him on loan. Should be 45 million for ELANGA, Henderson and TELLES. Surely 80 million for Donny and Maguire. 80 million is way too much, man. If we get 80 million for Donny Van de Beek and Maguire, British media will put Martag in their head and dance around all over the England, man. Believe me, if that happens, if John Martag is able to snatch that deal of Donny Van de Beek and Maguire for 80 million, what you are just saying, Adam, I guess the British media will absolutely take John Martag, above their head and will dance around all over England. We will see that happening, man. He's saying hopefully enough to secure Kane. I do not think that we will get Kane, man. I think it's kind of a dead deal right now. 15 plus 10 plus 20 plus 35 plus 17 less than 80. Good match, Anurag. Who comes in to replace McTominay? That's going to be happy playing 10-15 games a season and not eat up massive wages. I guess it could be Amrabat, man. It could absolutely be Amrabat. And as we all know, that Ten Hag is already putting Mainu in his first team plans. So yeah, if we get rid of Fred and McTominay, our upgrade will be Mainu and Amrabat. I will take Mainu and Amrabat on that position rather than taking Scott McTominay and Fred. Any day, any time, man. Devoshi is saying, please keep Van de Beek and McTominay, sell Bailey. Please keep Van de Beek and McTominay. Sell Bailey, TELLES, Maguire, Fred and ELANGA, please. Leave Henderson as third or second choice goalkeeper. He do not want to be a third or second choice goalkeeper, man. That is the problem. He wants to play first team and I get that. I respect his decision. If he thinks that he can be able to go out and play as a first team goalkeeper for some other club, he should definitely be able to do that and we should let him do that. As it is the case with Kovar as well. He wants to play first team and we cannot give them the first team position. So they are going out and keeping themselves sharp. That is quite necessary. You forgot the fees, Maguire, for 35 million. I do not see, believe me guys, if I'm being honest, I do not see any club going out and paying 35 million for Harry Maguire. I mean, who would want to buy Harry Maguire for 35 million in their right mind? I would not ever buy, even if some clubs, even if I was the owner of Chelsea or Liverpool or some other club, if Manchester United came along and said me, you can take Harry Maguire on free, I will still would have rejected that deal, believe me or not. How to negotiate. 55 appearances definitely helped away. Lol, that's some experience that they see. Of he was straight out of the academy, then yeah, low cash. Yeah, man, yeah. Or I think Nottingham don't know how to negotiate. They are a pretty confused club, I guess. When it comes to pricing the players first, they put a low bid for Dean Henderson, and now they are saying, yeah, we want Dean Henderson, but on a loan deal again, and we want ELANGA now with a permanent deal of 15 million with some 2 or 3 million in add-ons. We will see when it happens, man. Why ELANGA sold at 15 million, why TELLES is on 4 million. Who knows, man? Who knows? Why? There is no answer to anything what Manchester United does. Because we just do things out of thin air. There is no constructive way of doing a deal, whether it's selling a player, whether it is about buying a player, whether it is about selling of our club. Nothing about Manchester is right now. So yeah, man, you can have your own guess. Shundipan is saying, Iqbal 1 million, Bailey 2 million, ELANGA 15. What 800k, not even 1 million. Even other teams are confused by the way we sell that. Yeah, man. I was shocked as well when I heard that, yeah, they have put in a bid for, Anthony ELANGA for 15 million. But if they're willing to pay us that, kudos to Nottingham Forest, man. So yeah, I will take any money I can get out of those players. So anyway, guys, these were all the news. It's been more than 1 hour. I guess we were all enjoying our session. I do hope you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoyed the session. And you know what I'm going to say. Kudos to you guys. Absolutely kudos to you guys. Smash the like button, subscribe button, and bell icon if you haven't already. And you know what? I will see you again tomorrow at my 4 p.m. show. I hope you guys will be able to join that show as well. And I hope that, I will be able to give you some good news, some positive news regarding that Wayland deal. I do hope so. So yeah, fingers crossed, man. I will see you. Rohit is saying good night. Good night to all of you guys. Good night. Goodbye. Take care. And until the last video, we will meet again, man. So anyway, good night, guys. Bye. Take care, man.